So we will continue from our earlier session that we discussed the working principle of Trappard diode and Barrett diode. Now the last part of module number 4, that is the parametric devices and parametric amplifier, we are going to discuss. Now in order to understand the working principle of parametric amplifier, we need to understand the concept of how the varactor diodes are getting utilized in the construction of parametric devices or parametric systems. Okay, so first of all, we should understand the working principle of the varactor diode. Then what we do is we will use that varactor diode in the construction of parametric devices, and we will see how the parametric devices are used, and with using parametric devices how the amplification is achieved. So that is utilized in parametric amplifiers. So let us start with parametric amplifiers with the starting discussion of varactor diode. Okay, so we already studied the varactor diode. So here I will elaborate how these varactor diodes are getting utilized in order to fabricate the parametric amplifiers, right? So the junction capacitance of the varactor diode. So for example, over here, construction wise, the varactor diode. So here first of all I will give the heading as parametric amplifications. I will give the heading as parametric amplification. So we'll come to this particular concept of parametric amplification. First of all, we will study the varactor diodes. We know that varactor diodes, okay, so these are shown in this particular symbolic representation. Okay, so this varactor diodes are normally reverse biased in this way. Okay, so this is a negative DC potential which makes this varactor diode reverse bias. Okay, so here we can show that the capacitance formed by the junction of this particular diode is going to vary upon applying the reverse voltage. Okay, so the voltage and capacitance characteristics exhibited by this varactor diode can be plotted in the reverse bias region. For example, this is if the capacitance on the vertical axis over here, and the horizontal axis if it represents the reverse voltage VDC, right? So we will get the variation in the value of a capacitance with change in the applied DC voltage in this way. Okay, so what we observe over here, if we increase the reverse bias, the junction width in the reverse bias will increase. Okay, and we know how the capacitance is given. Capacitance is given as formula which it depends upon epsilon A by D in general, where D is the plate separation, right? A is the area and epsilon is certain dielectric. Okay, so when we reverse bias a diode, what will happen to the junction? The width of the junction is going to increase. So this width of the junction we call it as a plate separation. So when reverse bias increases, what it will do, the width of junction increases, or this width we call it as the distance between the plate of the capacitance which is formed at the junction. So this width is increases. Okay, so here from this particular equation, when the width of the junction increases, the capacitance will fall. So that's why whenever we increase the reverse bias, okay, so the width of the junction increases, and as the width of the junction increases, the capacitance will decrease, and vice versa. More positive we will make the reverse bias, the capacitance tend to increase. So here it is very clear from this particular operation that by applying and controlling the reverse bias voltage across the varactor diode, we can change the capacitance, right? So this particular property of the varactor diode is utilized in certain circuit in order to change the reactance of the total circuit, right? So here what is happening is, by controlling the reverse bias which is applied across the varactor diode, we are able to change the capacitance. Now whenever the capacitance is changed, we can change the reactance of the circuit, and this particular parameter, that is a reactance. So over here the parameter that we are changing is the reactance. So I will write over here in order to understand conceptually. The parameter which we are varying is the capacitance, right? The capacitance of whom? The capacitance of varactor diode is varied. How the capacitance of the varactor diode is varied? By controlling or by changing the applied reverse bias across it, right? So when capacitance changes, it changes the reactance of the circuit. It changes reactance of circuit. Okay, so here the term reactance is the parameter which we are going to use for our operation. So here the term reactance is the parameter, right? So this parameter we are utilizing, we utilize this parameter to produce amplification. So this is the principle. Okay, so here what we are doing in the parametric circuits, we are utilizing this varactor diode. We know that when we control the applied reverse voltage across the varactor diode, the capacitance will vary. Now when the capacitance varies, it will change the reactance of the total circuit. Now this reactance, we are taking it as a parameter, please remember. And this change in the reactance we are utilizing to produce amplification process, right? So here the parametric devices are given the name parameter devices or parametric amplifiers because of the same reason. So what we are doing over here is, we are changing certain parameter of a particular device in order to generate the amplification operation. So here I will write what is the concept of parametric amplifier. So the concept over here is concept. So this is the concept of parametric amplifier. Okay, use reactance parameter, right? So which parameter we are using? Reactance parameter of whom? Of varactor diode. Use reactance parameter. So reactance, how we are going to utilize reactance parameter? In terms of a capacitance. So I will also write that in terms of capacitance rather, of varactor diode. We know the varactor diode is able to provide us variable capacitance. This variable capacitance we can change in the form of a variable reactance, and we use this reactance as a parameter in order to accomplish the amplification. Okay, so use the reactance parameter, which is in terms of capacitance of the varactor diode, to accomplish amplification process. Right, so that's why these types of amplifier are known as parametric amplifier. Okay, so the name parametric is because of we are utilizing a specific device and we are going to vary certain parameter of this device in order to generate amplification operation. So that's why these amplifier circuits are named with parametric amplifier. Okay, so I hope the concept is clear to you. Parametric amplifiers are the amplifier circuits in which we use a typical device, and especially we are going to vary certain specific parameter of that device in order to generate the amplification operation. So if this is the principle which is utilized in particular amplifier circuit, that amplifier we can call as a parametric amplifier, right? Now the difference of this parametric amplifier circuit with our nominal or normal type of amplifier circuit that we are going to discuss, right? So a parametric amplifier makes use of a suitable device. Now here they are going to make use of a varactor diode. And why varactor diodes is being used? Because varactor diode can provide us change in the reactance. How the change in the reactance is accomplished? The change in the reactance is accomplished in the form of change in the capacitance, right? And how the capacitance of varactor diode is changed? The capacitance of varactor diode is changed by means of controlling the applied voltage across it. So this is the principle of working of parametric amplifiers. So here we are utilizing the capacitance provided by varactor diode in order to produce the amplification process. Now here in the design of parametric amplifier, we use two different signals. Okay, so here the signal which we want to amplify and the signal from which we are going to get the energy. Okay, so in the amplifier, we know in our normal amplifier circuit, the amplification is actually happening for the given input signal by means of a drawing a power from the DC source, right? So the amplifier must have a source of a DC power supply, so that the power is taken from this DC power supply and it is imparted to the AC signal which we want to amplify. So that was the principle in the case of nominal or normal type of amplifier. But here in the parametric amplifier, instead of AC power, we are using, instead of DC power, we are using the alternating power. Okay, and this power we call it as a pump power or the supply power, right? So here in the parametric amplifier, so I will start writing here. In parametric amplifier, two signals are used. So one signal is the signal which we want to amplify, signal which get amplified, that we use as one signal. Okay, so this is one of the signal which we want to amplify using the parametric amplifier. So the second signal which is used in parametric amplifier is the AC power signal instead of DC, instead of DC power supply. Okay, so this AC power signal source which we use in parametric amplifier, instead of using DC power as in the case of nominal or normal amplifier, this AC power supply source we are going to call it as a pump signal. Please remember, it has been given a special name. This signal we call it as a pump signal. Okay, and this pump signal is the AC signal. Okay, and this pump signal has a frequency denoted by Fp, while the signal which we want to amplify is denoted by frequency Fg. Okay, so please remember that in the construction of parametric amplifier, we are going to make use of the two signals. First signal is the signal which we want to amplify itself, and the second signal is the AC signal which we call it as a pump signal, right? So the parametric amplification of the signal will take place either at some frequency or at intermediate frequency. So here I will write amplification of the signal will take place either at same frequency. Same frequency means the frequency of the input signal, that we call it as Fg, or at difference frequency, So the difference frequency, how it is given? The difference frequency is the intermediate frequency, which is simply the difference between the pump frequency and the generator frequency, right? So the amplification of the original signal will either take place at the original frequency of the signal, that is at Fg, or it will take place at the difference frequency, which is given by simple difference of frequency between the pump signal and the original signal, right? So here we will draw one particular circuit of parametric amplifier. Now please remember that in the construction of parametric amplifier, we are making use of two signals. First is the signal which we want to amplify itself, and the second signal is the pump signal, which is essentially used to power up the amplification process. So typically how the circuit look like? Here we have the input signal which we want to amplify. This is a AC signal with voltage Vg, and it has internal resistance, say Rg is the internal resistance. Okay, so this is the signal which we want to amplify. Okay, so this signal is first band pass filtered appropriately, because there are two signals that we are going to give input to the device, and here the device we are making use is the varactor diode. Okay, and there is another input which is connected in parallel with this. So there is another input which is fed through the band pass filter again. Okay, so this another input is connected over here in parallel with the original input signal. Okay, and this signal is nothing but the pump signal. Okay, so this I can show with certain resistance and certain AC voltage. We call it as a pump voltage, or we can call it as a pump signal. Okay, and this pump signal has internal resistance denoted by Rp. Okay, so this pump signal is again connected in parallel in this way, right? So here I will remove this, I will redraw it, and in this way. Okay, and here what we do is we connect these both two signal to varactor diode, right? So this varactor diode acts as a variable capacitor with some internal resistance. Okay, so this is a variable capacitance Cj, junction capacitance, and the junction resistance Rj. Okay, and the output of this varactor diode we filter out by using a suitable band pass filter. Okay, and then it is connected to the load resistor in which we want the amplification in this way, right? So it is a simple circuit, and here we get the amplified output. Here I will write here output amplified signal, output amplified signal. Okay, so here this particular section is of particular interest. Okay, so this part is nothing but our varactor diode. So the varactor diode is excited with two parallel input signals. So this is a varactor diode, right? So this varactor diode is supplied with two input signal. One input signal is the signal to be amplified. This signal we denote with voltage source Vg in series with the generator impedance. Okay, and the second source of this varactor diode is, we call it as a pump signal. This pump signal is a AC signal used for amplification process, right? This source is operating at frequency, pump frequency, and this generator, the original signal, is operating at frequency Fg. So here Fg is frequency of signal to be amplified, right? And Fp is the pump frequency. Fp is a pump frequency, right? So these two input signals are connected in parallel to the varactor diode, right? So what will happen then? The varactor diode is supplied with two different types of a signal. One signal is the signal which we want to amplify, and the second signal is which is used for the amplification process. So the output of the varactor diode will be a different types of signals. Okay, so the output of varactor diode will be a harmonic signal. Okay, so these harmonics are going to be generated by this diode. So we know that whenever the varactor diode is supplied with the two different voltage sources, the output of the varactor diode is the harmonics. Okay, so in the harmonics, these generated signals are at level Fg and Fp, right? So the gain of this particular amplifier, how it is expressed? So gain of this particular amplifier, how it is given? So here I will write gain of amplifier so this is an amplifier. Okay, so it is given as a output power divided by input power. Okay, so at the output, please remember the output will be generated at a frequency Fg plus Fp, or the output amplification will take place at Fg minus Fp, sum and difference frequency. Because we have the two input signal, the output produced by varactor diode will be harmonics, and these harmonics are sum and difference frequencies, right? So output power, it could be Fp plus Fg, and what is the input signal? Input signal is the signal which you want to amplify, that is Fg. So here in first case we get 1 plus Fp by Fg. Okay, and this particular amplification process, the gain, we call it as a up conversion gain. Up conversion gain. Okay, so the up conversion gain we are going to get when we are taking the sum frequency output as an amplification. So the frequency at which the amplification appears is at the sum frequency Fg plus Fp, while the input frequency is Fg. So if you take the ratio of the power, output power to the input power, output power amplification is accomplished at Fp plus Fg, while the input signal is at Fg. So the gain of the amplifier is given by 1 plus Fp by Fg, and this process we call it as a up conversion process. Okay, and on the other side, the gain of the amplifier, when we take the difference frequency, so the difference frequency we can take it absolutely Fp minus Fg divided by Fg. So in that particular case, we can get the same value of the gain of the amplifier equal to 1 minus Fp by Fg. And this particular amplification process we call it as a down conversion gain, right? So this is the principal working operation of the parametric amplifiers. Please remember that in parametric amplifier, nowhere we are using any DC power supply for amplification process. But for the amplification process, the parametric amplifier are going to make use of AC power supply. We call it as a pump signal, right? Now here you may ask a question, why this particular amplifier is used and where it is used. Now please remember here, if we make use of this particular amplifier, this amplifier will produce no noise signal during its operation. Okay, so in the case of normal amplifiers, the normal amplifier, they are going to produce noise in the amplification process. But this particular parametric amplifier, which is totally separate and different in the working principle, as it makes use of a AC signal rather than a DC signal, the noise associated in the amplification process is very less, and hence parametric amplifiers are preferred to be utilized in low noise conversion circuit. Okay, so especially in satellite communication, in ground stations of a satellite, wherever low noise amplification process is required, at those places we can implement or we can make use of parametric amplifiers rather than using conventional amplifier circuit, right? So I hope you understood what is the basic difference between the conventional amplification operation and the parametric amplification operation. The only difference is that parametric amplifier, they rely on certain properties of a specific device, and the amplification achieved by means of using parametric amplifier is going to be lesser in the noise production, and that's why parametric amplifiers are mostly utilized in low power and low noise application wherever amplification of the micro signal is required, right? So this is all about the parametric amplifier, the pump frequency, and how the parametric amplifiers are going to make use of varactor diodes for their operation. Okay, and we also saw what do we mean by up conversion gain and down conversion gain. So with this, I hope you understood each and every part of the module number 4. Okay, so here with this last topic of parametric amplification and parametric amplifier circuit, we came to the end of module number 4. Okay, so I hope you understood each and every microwave components, right, with the transistors and with the different types of diodes, and lastly we saw this simple operation and working principle of parametric amplifier and the devices. So thank you very much and thank you all.